Little Dicky's latest music video and song Freaky Friday is truly hilarious.
Oh, I can sing so well. Wonder if I can say the N-word. Wait, can I really say the N-word? What up, my nigga? What up, my nigga? Big ups, my nigga. We are my nigga. You pussy ass nigga. Man, fuck y'all niggas. Cause I'm that nigga. I'm that nigga. It's Freaky Friday. I'm in Chris Brown's body. I drive his Ferrari. And I'm like skin black.
Besides Little Dicky, also quickly, let me just say that I tried. I really did try, y'all, but I do not care for Tory Lanez's newest album, Memories Don't Die, nor Lil Yachty's newest album, Lil Boat 2. And to be fair, I didn't like their previous albums either, so I feel like it's safe to say that I just don't like their music like that. Besides a single here and there, I'll rock with it, but vibing to a whole entire album by one of these artists, that's a no for me, dog. It's not gonna happen. The only songs that I liked off of Memories Don't Die were Busted Down, Shooters, and 48 Floors. That's 3 tracks out of 18. And Boom was the only song that I could tolerate off of Lil Yachty's album, so Boom. Alright guys, now let's get down to business, because obviously if you're still tuning in, you are now watching another episode of Megan's Music Mondays. Today we have 2 albums to review as well as 3 tracks to go over and some other things sprinkled in between. So let's do this. Phoelix is going to be the first artist that we're talking about today, and his newest album is titled Tempo. Now guys, you know me very well. I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name right, but if I'm not, I'll find out later and correct myself then. Now what's amazing about him is he's the producer behind some of my favorite artists right now. That's including Smino, Saba, John Doe, and No Name. And if you don't know any of the artists that I just named, please go look them up, guys. But anyways, back to the story at hand. It's actually because of the artist John Doe that I found out about his album last week, because I was scrolling down my Instagram and I just quickly tapped on her story to see what she was talking about, and she was jamming in her car to some unknown song that was bomb. And thankfully, she's the real MVP because she tagged the artist that I now know as Phoelix. Y'all, when I mean this album is so damn good, I can already envision what it's gonna be like in a live setting, and just hearing these songs and how beautiful they'll be off the track. This album has 18 tracks, and this man is singing and rapping on almost every single song. And just like his peers who I previously named, there's no one who I can really compare his sound to, besides the fact that he sounds so soulful when he's singing. And when he's rapping, there's moments on some of these tracks where he's giving that real jazzy vibe as if he's scatting. So yeah guys, I'm here for another producer turned rapper, and as always, I'm gonna go ahead and shoot some of my favorite tracks from this Tempo album to the side as we jam to one together. But guys, it was really hard for me to choose my favorites because I like this entire album, and oh my goodness, his track titled Fake the Funk, whew. Guys, you ready?
Peppermint daddy, take the patch of jalapeno pickles and temple dairy fancy. Wish she still be working when she does.
Moving right along, the second album that we will be discussing today has to be Sango, In the Comfort Of. That's right, after great singles such as Sweet Holy Honey and Chlorine, he has finally dropped his long-awaited album, and bonus, he's touring, guys. So go ahead and check to see if he's in a city near you, because I know I am. So I might have stated this before in my previous Music Mondays, but guess what? I'm gonna say it again, because this man is a genius when it comes to cross-mixing his Brazilian funk with hip-hop, and he's definitely done a great job of creating his own sound. You know, it's kind of like when you're listening to a track and it blings like the Neptune sound.
Next full of bling bling like the Neptune sound. I got it.
Yeah, just making waves in music that no one else is creating. As for this album, there are 17 tracks with a good ratio of beats and songs, with some amazing artists who are featured, such as Jesse Boykins, JMSN, Xavier Omar, Smino, John Doe, and more. If you never listened to any of his music on SoundCloud or Bandcamp before, I feel like this album makes for a great introduction. But still, go listen to his previous bodies of work as well as his earlier tracks, and you can find them on SoundCloud and Bandcamp, and you'll be sure to fall in love with his sound. And just like we did for the first album, here go a few of my favorite tracks. Now, before I get into the 3 tracks that I promised, I would just like to go ahead and spotlight Niecy Blues. She is an up-and-coming artist, and guys, I just have to show her some love. I had the pleasure of watching her perform live last week. Truly amazing. Her voice and her stage presence was felt throughout that entire room. Not only is she a great vocalist, but she's also very humble and easy to talk to. Like, don't you just hate when you meet an artist for the first time and their attitude is hella stank, and you're just thinking to yourself, why do they have to be such a shitty human being? But yeah, that's not the case with Niecy at all. Once again, complete sweetheart, and she had the white girls in the building screaming "Queen" as she was performing. Now that's real talent. Anyways, check her music out on SoundCloud. Go ahead and follow the links below, and here's my favorite track titled "Ways." Rounding this episode up, here we go with the last 3 tracks that I promised. So, starting us off, it's going to be PrettyMuch's latest single titled "Healthy." Y'all see how my boys are dropping these hits every week. Let's go.
Nobody knows what it feels like. Nobody knows how to help me. And I'm starting to think there's something wrong with me. Know this ain't healthy. How much I think about you every day. There's no counting all the miles I go on my way. And I'm thinking about you when you're not with me. Know this ain't healthy.
Alright guys, don't laugh at me too hard with this one, okay? Because the switch up that I'm about to do, you're going to think I'm crazy, but this is just the inner workings of my mind. One moment I'll be wanting to listen to some boy band pop stuff, and then the next moment I want to hear some Niko G4 repping that OPM, other people's money, West Side get the money. But anyway, his newest video for Recipe just dropped last week, and I'm loving it.
Still got police trying to bring me in for questioning. Yeah, I can't give away the recipe. Too many fuck niggas standing next to me. G4 big homies that are stressed to G. Still got police trying to bring me in for questioning. All I ever wanted was $1 million cash. Brand new Ferrari with my foot on the gas. 4G auto brands with the yellow brake pad. Double street market out in London, poppin' tags. Big money bags, always jet lag. Splurge on the bitch, got a broke nigga mad. Purge on the bitch, kill the pussy out facts. Swerve on the bitch, and she falling off track. Whoa.
Last but not least is going to be Halsey's track "Alone." It has been remixed with Big Sean and Stefflon Don, and guys, when I mean this is one of those tracks that will have you singing in your car like somebody hurt you, I love it.
Yeah, everywhere I go, I got a million different people trying to kick it, but I'm still alone in my mind. I know you're dying to meet me, but I can just tell you this. Baby, as soon as you meet me, you'll wish that you never did. I'm a rare individual. I'm in the physical.
Well, that concludes another episode of Megan's Music Mondays. Thanks guys for watching. Go ahead and if you enjoyed it, give your girl a thumbs up below, like this video, and what are you doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, friends, so that you can see future episodes to come. And as always, I hope that you have a great work week. Make it through with all these fantastic songs and albums that I shared. Hit me up in the comments below and share some music with me, and I'll be back with you next week on another episode. Bye guys.